Today we're working on a 2006 Chevy Equinox, and we're gonna be replacing the starter. We ain't got no bolts in this computer box, so ours just lift up. Turn it to the side, and it'll give you access to your battery. Get you an 8mm. You can disconnect the negative or positive. I did the positive because I had more room, and I didn't want to have to take out that bolt at the bottom to shift the battery backwards to get my 1/4" ratchet in there, so I just did the positive one. Next, we're going to raise the car and support it with a jack stand. I don't got mine under there yet. I have to go and get it. Okay, so if you come in the front of the car and you look up, right there is your starter. I already started loosening the connector. You just lift up from this tab and it pulls out. Right over here on the side, this nasty bolt we gotta clean up, or a nut, 13mm. Let's break that loose. So I got the 13mm loose. Get the nut off the rest of the way. Set that down. And you got 2 wires coming off. There's one there. And there's one there. And I gotta clean these with some sandpaper because I don't like all that nasty corrosion. Next, what I'm gonna do is on this shield, this plastic flywheel guard, you got, I think that's a 8mm. You need to take that out, because if you take the motor mounts, not the motor mounts, but the starter bolts out, you got one here, and way up there in the back you got one up there. It'll give you a lot of wiggle room, but it won't come out, so you got to take this little 8mm out. So let me get that out now. So we broke it loose. We're just trying to finish taking it out the rest of the way. My hands is cold. And that just comes down like that. That's what it looked like. Set that to the side. Don't lose that bolt. Now you got a 15mm bolt there, and right up under in the back another 15mm. I'm gonna break them loose. Okay, so this first one is broke loose. I'm just using 3/8 ratchet socket extension, but my ratchet actually has a extendable handle. The bolt up here, that's broke loose, but the one in the back right behind this plate, you gotta go behind it to get your socket and ratchet up in there. 15mm. Let me get that out the rest of the way. So I got the back bolt out. It's fucking long as hell on the ground, and the one in the front is short, and this shit down there be out. There we go. Then the starter comes out. That's what it looked like. So I'm gonna get the new part, match them up. So we got the old starter and the new starter. look identical to me. Notice one has a power wire already on it, or a ground wire. So this one here is where the two wires we took off is going to connect to. And we're going to use these. We're not going to use the one we took off. Also, sometimes this bolt or nut may be a different size. So sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're different. But now we're about to put this starter up there. So, if you're facing the front of the vehicle, with the gears, should be facing the driver wheel. Lift the starter up right in this open slot. Give me a second. Right in that hole is where your starter has to go. We'll have to do this with two hands, I think. But you point your teeth in that way, and that hole lines up with the hole on the starter. But I'm gonna have to use two hands because I gotta put a bolt in to keep it up there. Up front, closest to me where my thumb is, that's where the short bolt go in. And there is a huge difference in bolt size. Okay, I got my starter up there. I only got about 4 or 5 turns in there on each bolt just to make sure I'm not cross-threading anything. Now I'm gonna lock them down. Okay, I got the 2 bolts locked down, and as y'all notice, I didn't put this back on. This is another one of my vehicles. If you're doing it to a customer's, I recommend putting it on. But this is another one of my own personal vehicles. So I didn't just tighten down one bolt all the way. I did a couple turns here, rocked it back and forth. That way it go in straight. Now I'm gonna get my sandpaper and clean these terminals off. Put that on. So I done put the connectors on. I cleaned them up best I could. And the socket, or the nut, is actually still a 13 millimeter. Plug up our electrical connector. Come back up to the top and plug up the battery. We also got a cord charge. Most places have cores, so in our case, you got to take our starter back to the parts store to get whatever our core was. The only thing that's left, I don't know why I covered this back up, but the only thing left is to plug the battery terminal back up. So let me do that. So before I conclude this video, I'm just gonna see if it start up for me. Okay, we good. 06 Chevy Equinox. Comment, like, subscribe. Back up and running.